We've all heard the stories, rappers making millions, then losing it all in a flash. But these guys? They did things differently. Instead of blowing through their fortunes, they played it smart and kept stacking cash. So who made the list? Number 7. Nas lost everything but came back strong. Nas wasn't always ballin'. Believe it or not, this rap icon with 8 platinum albums hit rock bottom, losing almost everything and going totally broke. But did Nas throw in the towel? No way. Instead, he made the ultimate comeback, with brains and hustle to match his bars. Ready to see how a rap legend turned the tables on his own financial downfall? Not only did Nas drop more fire tracks, but he also built a business empire from scratch. From his Mass Appeal magazine to his sneaker store and record label, Nas showed the world he's more than just a rapper. He's a sharp entrepreneur. Fast forward to today, and he's sitting on a hefty $70 million fortune. Crazy, right? How many rappers can say they lost it all, only to come back bigger and better? But if you think Nas's story is shocking, wait until you hear about someone who went from basketball dreams to a $200 million fortune. Number 6. Master P. Went from the courts to millions. Master P wasn't always rapping or making movies. At one point, he had his sights set on basketball. But things took a wild turn when he decided to dive into the world of music, acting, and, get this, entrepreneurship. Master P isn't just a rap mogul. He's an all-around business mastermind. From launching his own record label to starting various ventures, he's built an empire. His focus isn't just on making money, but on giving back through philanthropy. And trust me, his $200 million fortune isn't going anywhere anytime soon. With so many business titles under his belt, you wonder how he finds the time. Do you think he'll slow down? Or does Master P have even bigger plans ahead? But what's even crazier is that the next rapper on the list started out not as a rap star, but as a TV actor. Can you guess who? Number 5. Eminem faced bullies and came out on top. Eminem's rise to fame wasn't easy. Before becoming the best-selling white rapper ever, he faced a ton of bullying, both in school and in the rap battle scene. So yeah, his battles started long before his fame. The real trouble began 2 days before his 9th birthday, when a bully named D'Angelo Bailey split his lip and knocked the wind out of him. And that was only the beginning. A few months later, Bailey took things even further, hurling a snowball packed with ice or something heavy, breaking Eminem's nose before launching into another brutal attack. But the worst attack came when Eminem was at his most defenseless. With his back turned, just trying to catch a moment of peace, he thought he'd finally slipped away from the nightmare, even if only for a minute. That's when Bailey stormed in and beat him ruthlessly, leaving young Eminem with injuries all over his head, face, back, and legs. Can you imagine the impact of this brutal experience on a preteen? This beating wasn't just physical, it left scars that ran far deeper. His mother was outraged, suing the Detroit school system for not protecting him. Eminem had suffered a concussion and temporary vision loss in one eye, but the $10,000 lawsuit was thrown out under governmental immunity. Eminem left that school, but those scars ran deep. Years later, he turned that pain into lyrics with a song called Brain Damage on his breakout album. And what happened next? His raw, brutally honest, and often controversial lyrics struck a chord, catapulting him into superstardom. He's now worth $230 million, and every person who doubted him back then must be kicking themselves. Who would have thought the kid from Detroit would become one of the richest rappers in history? But as shocking as Eminem's story is, the next one involves a legendary rap producer whose deal with Apple made him filthy rich. Number 4. Dr. Dre cashed in big with Beats. Dr. Dre is one of the most legendary names in music, but it's not just rap that made him a millionaire. Sure, he was a key player in NWA, and his solo career is iconic. But what really blew up his bank account? His headphone company, Beats by Dr. Dre. In a jaw-dropping move, Dre sold Beats to Apple for a staggering $3 billion. That's right, billion. And that deal catapulted Dre's net worth to an eye-popping $780 million. You have to wonder, how does someone go from making rap beats to selling headphones for billions? Dre's success proves that thinking outside the box can lead to insane wealth. Do you think any other rappers will ever top that? Number 3. Sean Combs went from tragedy to millions. Sean Combs, better known as Diddy, Puff Daddy, or just about any other name he chooses, didn't have an easy start.
For me, coming out of the recession, it was very important for me to get some stability, around my business, around my apparel business. Macy's is, the #1 retailer in the world, and they have been so loyal to me, and it was just a perfect fit for me.
His father was tragically murdered when Diddy was just 3 years old. But instead of letting that define his life, Diddy rose to the top in record time. He started as an intern at a record label, and within a year, became a vice president. Talk about fast. Over the years, Diddy mastered everything from rapping and producing to acting and entrepreneurship. Today, his net worth is a jaw-dropping $900 million. How many people can say they went from the streets of New York to nearly $1 billion? It's like Diddy was born to be successful. However, his current legal trouble points to something very disturbing. But hey, that's for another video. Number 2. Jay-Z built a billion-dollar empire. Jay-Z didn't just make history with his music, he became the first rapper ever to hit $1 billion. But it wasn't always luxury and fame for Jay-Z. He grew up in one of Brooklyn's toughest neighborhoods, even dealing drugs before he found a way out through rap. In 1996, he dropped his debut album, and from there, his success skyrocketed. What sets Jay-Z apart? It's not just his music, it's his business empire. From owning record labels to investing in clothing brands and nightclubs, Jay-Z didn't just stick to one hustle. He spread his wealth across multiple industries, making him the king of rap and business. His net worth, a massive $1.3 billion. But there's one name bigger than Jay-Z, and this next story will blow your mind. Number 1. Kanye West shocked the world with his billions. Kanye West isn't just a rapper, he's a force of nature. But what's even more shocking than his music is his insane net worth. Kanye's gone beyond rap to dominate the fashion world with his Yeezy brand, and it's made him a fortune that most people can't even imagine. While some thought he was exaggerating, Forbes has documents proving Kanye is worth at least $6.6 billion. And get this, Kanye himself claims his real net worth is closer to $10 billion. Whether or not he's hit that number, one thing's for sure: Kanye is playing in a league of his own. How did a kid from Chicago turn into one of the richest people on the planet? Which rapper's story blew your mind the most? Let us know in the comments. And if you're here for more crazy stories about your favorite artists, hit that like button and subscribe to keep up.